Hey, welcome to IOTG, the show that keeps you informed, inspired, and in the know. I am joined today by Romero Spivey. Hey,
Hello,
Romero.
Chris.
Hey, how are you? So we're gonna jump right into the video. Y'all know there's a lot going on with this whole Karmelo thing.
But y'all said all lives matter, huh? I thought it was an all lives matter type of situation. Oh, it's not about race. It's not about white versus black. It's not about this versus that. But y'all saying white lives matter. But when we said black lives matter, y'all said they didn't. Huh? Let's get into it. Okay, y'all. So I want to talk to y'all about something that's so funny to me. Protect white Americans. Justice for Austin Metcalf. Y'all always screaming how Black Lives Matter have peaceful protests and and y'all need to stop going out there with your peaceful protests. Now you're having a peaceful protest. However, I want y'all to really see what this is. Protect white Americans. Justice for Austin Metcalf. Demand Carmelo Anthony be put back in prison until trial. And I want y'all to see this. Stop violence on white Americans. Stop black violence on white Americans. But y'all say it's not race. It's not about race. Y'all saying we made it about race, but y'all did this. Then y'all created a whole foundation called Protect White Americans, and it was founded by a January 6th rioter, but you're going to put political prisoner and Senate candidate Jake Long. What? Furthermore, y'all went ahead and did this. Let's get into how y'all defended George Zimmerman when he killed Trayvon Martin, the little boy walking down the street. Let's get into how y'all justify a 12-year-old by the name of Tamir Rice losing his life to a police officer by saying he was a thug in the making at 12. How would you know that about a 12-year-old? Breonna Taylor was unalived in her sleep by police officers. Tonya Massey, y'all said she deserved a bullet instead of that hot pot of water, all because she told the police officer, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. But y'all trying to make us, trying to make it seem like we out here just harming y'all. Are y'all kidding me right now? When this situation happened, all y'all love to say, when Metcalf's father, Jeff Metcalf, said, what kind of parents does he have? Well, did y'all take the time to look up Jeff Metcalf's past? Because he got for touching kids before, but y'all wanted to know what type of parents Karmelo had. Y'all justified Kyle Rittenhouse and said it was self-defense when he, in fact, was somewhere he was a state away with an assault, something he should not have had. He went there looking for trouble and looking for a reason to do what he did. Casey Anthony unalived her kids. Yeah, y'all open her back with open arms. She got a platform on social media and everything, and y'all don't see nothing wrong with what she did. Ja Romano, he pew-pewed to school, and y'all open him back with open arms in a social media platform and probably a GoFundMe to fund the rest of his life. But when we do things like this, it's a problem, but y'all doing it. And y'all doing it race baiting. Y'all say we race bait all the time. Y'all are the ones race baiting. Stop black violence against white Americans as if the white violence has not been a thing since the beginning of time. Y'all came here, y'all stole land, y'all great people, y'all hung people, y'all let horses tear people apart. Y'all did all of these things, but we are the crazy ones. You know what? I'm done.
You know, I have to give it to her. You know, people are tired, man.
Yeah, we're tired.
People are tired. It's the same dog and pony show every time. And what gets me about this Metcalf Carmelo issue is that this white boy was a bully.
He was.
And this boy defended himself. And so now they're trying to make this white boy as a victim. I'm just like, fuck out of here with that. I'm like,
right, and then he asked him not to. Yeah, he asked him not to touch him. If I recall what I read correctly,
and it'd be stuff like that. And when I look at things, I'm just like, okay, come on now. You guys literally we see a lot of videos like this. Like I remember there was this video where this white woman was arguing with this Latin lady, and then she, I think she spit on her or something, spit on the Latin lady, and the Latin lady slapped her, and the white lady was like, God, I'm just like, you did one of the most vile, nasty things ever by spitting on somebody.
Right.
And then somebody slaps you, which you rightfully deserved.
Slapped your ass back to your senses, yeah.
And then they're like, oh, and now she's playing victim. I'm like, I don't know what that is about with this, but they got to stop doing stuff and expecting nobody's not going to do it back to them.
Yeah, somebody need to run some tests to see what is this gene that they have that does that. It has to be.
It's in their DNA. I accept it. People keep saying, "Oh, this is taught." And I said, "No, baby, this ain't taught no more." I said, "This is in their DNA." I said because you cannot sit here and tell me that they honestly do not know what they are doing is wrong.
Right.
Okay,
right.
you cannot tell me that they're that mentally unstable and can't process things, that they don't know what they're doing is wrong, and that they know that it might get a reaction.
Like putting raisins in the potato salad. Exactly. They know that's
I don't know
wrong.
what that's about. That is so nasty. Like, oh, that just sounds gross. It's like, she gave us exactly what we've been at, and then you see stuff like what happened to Breonna Taylor. This lady was
right.
And I've seen the comments from a lot of the white folks on Instagram and like social media.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, are you serious?
They still find fault in her in that space.
I was like, that goes to show you that somebody told me, they said without racism, they don't know where white folks will be. Because
they wouldn't have nothing to do.
There'll be nothing to do. We live in their heads rent free. They always, oh, what are the blacks doing? Oh, the blacks are doing it. Okay, they're barbecuing. Okay, why they're barbecuing? Okay, well, why they put the hot dog? What, they're like fidgety. Yep. I'm just like, what the hell is wrong with y'all? Just go in the house, go watch Fox News, go do what you want to do. Leave us alone.
Leave us the hell alone.
I don't know it's a simple task. Mind your business, leave people alone, don't bother nobody, go about your way. And for life of me, that's not in their nature. They got to see an argument, or they got to see a problem.
And then everything we do, our responses is always, we're too aggressive, we're too loud, we're too angry, we're too upset, as if we don't have those rights to be angry and upset.
Yeah,
and then we become a threat.
And it's absolutely ridiculous. And so I want to read some of the comments. I got some other videos on here related to like this incident, but before I move on, I just want to read some of the comments from here. So Maya Lemus, she says, protest for Austin Metcalf while requesting Karmelo be placed back in jail. Officer Jones, I don't know what that meant. And then MG Thomas said, hypocrisy at its finest. It's disgusting. If the roles were reversed, they would say it was self-defense and move on. And I hate it here. And this is right. This is correct. I mean, it's like white folks think that they can just say and do whatever they want to somebody. And then when somebody gives them the business, oh my God, I'm a victim. Oh my God, I'm like, quit stupid shit. And nobody won't do this to you.
Nobody won't do it. Right.
I mean, this guy was a bully. I mean, like, do you honestly believe that nobody was going to defend himself?
Exactly. At some point.
I mean, this is ignorance right there. Lotus Queen 333, nothing but facts spoken. They love to move the goalposts. That is true as well. Bella Unida is the caucasity for me. Oh, they got Kathy. I like that. This is one of my favorites. This is on American Horror Story. When Kathy Bates played the racist. Oh my God, she ate that role. She's the epitome of a lot of the white women that I used to grow up with in the country.
Well, Kathy Bates, yeah.
Yeah, they be like, oh Lord, why is that black person on TV? They literally be like that. It's like they be distraught. And I'm like, what is are you okay? I remember when I was out there, and it was like, oh my God, they're these people are coming, they're taking our jobs, and they're touching they're taking the kids, and I said, hold up. Who's taking your jobs? Who's out here trying to harass y'all? Who's out here trying to pew y'all? Please explain to me. Oh, well, that's what I heard. From who? Oh, from such and such down the street. I said, you talking about the woman that's always gossiping in everybody's business? The one that can't find a man? The one that can't keep a job? You talking about her? I was like, you got to, and I said, and if you're not listening to her, then you're listening to the people on Fox News. I said, y'all got to find y'all some better things to do.
They need to find some better things to do.
Something constructive. I don't know, but it gets a little ridiculous after a while. Lisa Theory said, let them know, sis. So there's another video. So this is this is relating into like the FSU shooter thing that currently happened at what you call it, the FSU campus.
Okay.
And, people are talking about this as well, and they're trying to make this white kid look like he's some type of saint or something. Like, oh,
which they all. I'm not surprised. I can't wait to see.
I said, first of all, his mom is a police officer. I keep telling you, I don't think white women should be police. Women in general, but especially white women. I have never seen, if you break down the women, if we want to be honest about tough women, right?
Right.
if you break that down, I would say if hands down, Black women, Latin women, Asian women got them hands.
Oh, absolutely.
I've seen it. I remember just. I've seen these two Asian girls that was picked on by a group of Latins at school. They wore them out, and it was only two of them. I said, I keep telling y'all, I said, I've seen them do that. I've seen Black women throw down in a fight. I've seen Latin women. I don't see white women throw down in a fight.
Not really.
Now
that you're making me, I'm thinking I don't.
They call the cops. They get their husband. Their husband always speaks up in the fight when it's between two women. You always see those videos. I'm just like, this is so cowardly. I'm just like, if you as a white woman cannot defend yourself, don't open your mouth.
And they love to open it. They're the first one to open it.
The first ones. And then when somebody gives them the business, oh my God, I'm a victim. I'm scared. Then why would you sit there and antagonize the biggest 300-pound Black girl or Latin girl or Asian girl that you can see?
But you know what I think? I think it's because it goes back to what you said. When the help comes, when the police comes, they're going to see that helpless white woman and they immediately go to tackle the other person, even though they may have started it. It's that pity. It's something's not right.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. But let's see what this video has to say.
Okay.
The FSU shooter was identified yesterday. The right started doing a thing that they're very good at, which is looking for a reason to say it's Democrats' fault. To say it was a Democrat or a trans person or a non-binary or gay person or anything other than just a radicalized white Christian nationalist. Now, when I saw that there was a shooting yesterday, my first thought was not, what's that person's political affiliation? But I'm not on the right. So you get comments like this that are like, oh, he was a Democrat. Was he now? My guess is that person said that so confidently because of posts like this one. Breaking news. Phoenix Eichner was a radical Trump-hating leftist who carried a protest sign that said, stand with Palestine, fight Trump, etc. This is a picture that was going around. And here's another post using that same picture. And here's something that I noticed right out of the gate yesterday. That is not Phoenix Eichner. From the post, it would make it seem that that is. That's not him. But that picture came from an article that I referenced yesterday that had a quote from Phoenix Eichner that said, these people are usually pretty entertaining, usually not for good reasons. Clearly, to me, he's saying that about the protesters. Why would he be saying these people are pretty entertaining? Who are entertaining? Obviously, the protesters. That was the point of the story. If he was a protester, why would he say they're entertaining? But that's what the right ran with, and we're all too willing to post dumb shit like this. So what now, 24 hours later, do we know about Phoenix Eichner? Well, he was a registered Republican, the political science major, who hated Trump, apparently, was a registered Republican. Was he just like infiltrating enemy lines? Was part of his ruse to go onto Threads and make anti-trans posts? I'll go you one better. While this is not a picture of Phoenix Eichner, this is. Anything stand out about this picture? Anything at all jumping off the screen that might inform us about what Phoenix Eichner's political beliefs were? How about this? How about another fellow student who he was in a political group with? Maybe he can shed some light on what Phoenix believed.
I was president of a political talk group at Tallahassee State College, which he was a member of. And he was known for espousing white supremacist and alt-right rhetoric to the extent where we had to ask him to leave. I heard one account that he had referred to Rosa Parks as being in the wrong. So this is nothing new. This isn't anything that's foreign to Phoenix.
And he also was allegedly a member of Turning Point USA. And here's the thing. I didn't feel the need to look into his political standings prior to those posts being made. I haven't seen anything yet that indicates his political beliefs contributed to the horrific act that he did yesterday. And yet the right, so eager to paint the left as bad at any opportunity, couldn't give a flying fuck that 2 people are dead, that 5 others are recovering in the hospital, and that countless others have had their life irreversibly shattered and changed because of this horrific act. They're more concerned with being like, must be a liberal problem. Sorry to tell you once again, it seems the call's coming from inside your own fucking house. Right after the FSU shooter was identified yesterday, the right...
I like him. He really... We're not going to go into this video. I wanted to see what she had to say, but We're gonna run out of time, but um, I like what he says. You know, he keeps it 100, and
I see.
and a lot of white folks don't like that. Like some white folks that I meet in Kansas are like this, and then there's others that's like the people on Fox News. So you just don't know who you're going to get. So
depends on the person.
It depends on the person. So you have to really be careful. Like you gotta, if you see that they're always one thing I noticed about like white folks out there, if you always see them talking about radical right wing things or stuff like that, you already know what they're coming from. They're racist. They like, you know, misogyny type things. I mean, they're like that. And you know what's funny? It's actually the women that be pushing it, the white women.
It's the women. It's the white women. Yeah.
I be telling them. I said the dudes are. I said if you eliminate the white women and just keep the dudes, they cool. Most of them.
Yep. It's the white women.
I said they get these white women and they raise these boys up. Oh, you know those blacks and the Latins and the Asians I'm just like, y'all fearmonger these kids so much to death. Y'all put all these racial terms in their heads. I said by the time they get out of school, they turn into this kid right here.
Yep. It's back to. Meanwhile, she letting a black dude sneak through her house while they sleep. It's normally how it be.
Oh,
while the husband at work.
I can tell you. You know what? This is not the time for this actual story, but I can tell you about some situations I've been in.
Yeah.
You know, because you know I do both. You know.
Okay.
And that husband wife cuckold type stuff.
Yes.
That stuff is so true. They be these staunch right-wing Christian nationalist Republican. And I be sitting there was this one white dude, his wife had him tied up, and he was like, I'm a oink like a pig. Oink, 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 oink. And she says, yeah, you like that? You like that? And I was sitting here looking like, okay, so what do you want me to do here?
Right.
She said, "Oh, I want you to breed me. I want you to breed." I was like,
in front of him. Yeah.
God, it was the weirdest thing ever. I've been in some situations. I'm not gonna even lie.
I want to know about them now.
But this is it's a joke. I said this be these white nationalist people that be sitting here lying to people, saying that they don't do these things and they're
like this.
And I said they do all that stuff.
They do all of it. Yeah, it's like projection.
They do all that, and I tell them, I said, even there was when Grindr was out, I guess in Michigan or something, and the app crashed. I said, I keep telling y'all, I said, be all those. I said, y'all getting most of the sexual things. When I was in church, most of the sexual things happen in the church. The pastor and all them. I said they'll be all them with the group sex parties and stuff. That'd be them.
Yeah.
I said people be playing games like that. Oh, this stuff. I said y'all want to believe a lie. I said they know which church members. I said if you ever see them going to the pretty or attractive church members or the church members that are influential, have money. I said you see where this is going.
You see where this is going. Yeah.
I said you see where it's going. I said if you don't see them talking to the big Bertha or whatever, yeah, they want her to be the church lady that's in there clapping and praising God and woo woo. Okay, go ahead and get out because behind closed doors, we got a party to attend to. Everybody about to be doing drugs. We about to be having sex. We about to be doing all these other things.
Yep.
I said that's why when we used to go out to like the clubs and stuff, all the youth pastors and stuff was at the clubs with us.
Yep.
The 4 girls over, someone with the boy, all that stuff.
It's crazy.
It's a joke. So that's why when I see stuff like this, it's just like people keep forgetting who their ancestors is. I'm like, y'all forgetting these people raped, pillaged, murdered, killed. I'm like, I'm not surprised that this boy is like this because you're forgetting a lot of them don't want to go back to the old days. This is whole current political climate going back to the old days to where they can just take Kizzy back to the outhouse and lift that skirt up.
Yep.
And ain't nothing you can do about it.
And just go ahead. Yep.
Everybody forgetting about the buck breaking farms with the black dudes. They used to break them in front of everybody.
So that they would But this really fulfilling their fantasy. That was cuckold before cuckold.
This is pre-fleet.
Oh my
so just imagine.
In
front of everybody.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just telling you, it's just like it's stuff like this that just irks me. It's just like I don't like the foo-foo stuff that they put out here because this kid did not do this for no reason. This is something that's been going on for a long
Put in
time.
him. Yep.
But you know what? We will talk about this topic again, and a few other topics related to this as well, because this issue does not seem to be going away. If you would like to be a guest on the show, please DM me as well. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you next time.